Set and costumes are currently going into full gear with their planning and designing for Hadestown in April. Elena Mitchell strives to bring the caves as in-depth and 3D as possible.
The stalactites and stalagmites that are going to be like all over the set and we don't want the set to feel flat. We don't want it to read as like very one-dimensional. We want to use a lot of color variations, lots of like depth within the set.
Mitchell walks us through some of the trials and tribulations that come with starting off with a little model and turning it into a full cave atmosphere.
I had sketched this like shape out before I like made it, and it was really hard to explain, so like I just made it so I could have it. This has changed a slight bit. We're not doing like a little ramp, but basically everything else is the same. And then we have like just like some little minor details that we changed a little bit after I made this. So I came up with like the main structures, a lot of the ideas, like creative ideas, colors, and like decorative pieces came from people in Tech 3 and also my co-crew head, Avery.
Avery Bowen feels like this show is more detail-oriented than past shows she's worked on.
I'm excited about all like the little details and the decorations. It's a really detail-oriented show, and the past shows have been like not really detail-oriented. It's just a lot of like painting platforms. Let's paint this wall. So, but this show, you get to actually really get in the nitty-gritty of like painting all these like cool little patterns and like details. So I'm excited for that.
Emily Nguyen is already working hard to get the overworld costumes for the show ready.
For this show, we're kind of splitting into two factions for overworld and underworld. I'm in charge of the overworld, and basically our initial process was just kind of brainstorming and getting, I guess, our creative juices flowing for the types of costumes that we wanted to create, because this is a very, I guess, like creatively led show. We have a lot of creative liberty with it and artistic liberty with it, and there's a lot of different ways that it could have gone.
Nguyen's costume plans have an interesting link to the Gilded Age and classism.
It was decided that the setting would be set in some sort of like Midwestern cave setting, like the Merrimack Caverns, and so we based our costumes off of that and also off of the Gilded Age, which kind of matches up with Hadestown and its storyline in general with kind of like wealth disparity, and also, you know, there's a working class and there is an upper class.
Nguyen has begun sketching out her plans for the costumes.
So yeah, this is the final sketch, and I tried to compile and take inspiration from the earlier sketches that the other crew members made. Like one example is like Noelle made this wonderful sketch, and I really liked this like flower detail in the middle of the bodice, so I incorporated that into the final sketch. And this sketch Kina made, and she has this like, it's not in this photo, but there will be like lace on this section of the skirt, and it's also like kind of really flowy, and I try to incorporate that into this sketch.
Join us next time when we go underground, way down to the cast of Hadestown.